Hey, what's up, guys? Ryan Moyer here, and I just wanted to make another quick video about Wonderland Time. Sorry, so many Wonderland Time videos. It's kind of all up in the news right now. So today, what we're looking at is our rebases coming to an end for Wonderland Time, and does wrapping your memo mean you're no longer getting rebases? And the answer for now is no. Your wrap memo still accrues rebases. You're still increasing your memo amount, but I'm going to explain to you why I think that is going to be coming to an end here shortly. Before I do that, let me just remind you, this is not financial advice. I'm just a guy on the internet speculating and having fun with this. Full disclosure, I do have some money invested in Time Wonderland, but this is all for entertainment purposes and to kind of have fun with it and see what happens. So getting back to it, Danielle the other day, you'll see a tweet he sent out, which essentially is saying that the rebase model is coming to an end. And so I'm not exactly reading too far into the tea leaves here, but a lot of people still haven't really caught on to this because they're still getting their rebases. W memo still accrues rebases. You can see if you go on the site, it's wrapped memo. So it is just a way to kind of reflect the price of time along with your rebases into one number. And you can actually see if you go onto the website and attach your wallet to it, and you go to the wrap button and you flip it to unwrap your memo, you can see your memo down here when you click max. And if you wait 8 hours and do that again through another rebase, you'll see that your memo will have actually increased because it's still collecting rebases. So why are we switching to wrap memo? The first reason Danielle said is because it's just a better way to represent people's gains in the project. If the price of time / memo decreases slightly, but you get rebases that outpace it, you've actually made money, but on the chart, the price of time went down, so new people potentially coming into the project just see a downward trend on the chart. Whereas W memo, which takes your rebases into account, and if you've made money, the price of W memo goes up. Now people can see actual real price action. That was why he started pushing people in that direction in the first place. He took the ability to swap time off the website altogether. You can still do it through Trader Joe, and now we have these incentives to hold W memo instead of time. You're going to start getting some additional airdrops. But as time has gone on, it's become more clear that wasn't really the reason. That's just kind of the excuse to get people into W memo. You can see this tweet by him the other day. Kind of lays it all out there for us. Is it time to move away from the own model, as everyone saw is good exclusively to fundraising, but as much as we try to make it sustainable, it becomes unreasonable? Wonderland has become the first successful SPAC in the crypto space. The treasury is intact and growing $1 million a day in farming and investment revenues. What a time to be alive. Considering now we trade at treasury value, we must consider to turn off completely the dilution and move to a new model where stakers receive airdrops and farming rewards, the first of its kind. This will steer the VC model in favor of a more transparent and decentralized and open investment DAO that will change the world of finance. So basically what he's saying there is the DAO model, the own model of constant rebases was a great way to raise money for their treasury, but there's really it's not sustainable long term. That's always been the question, right? Is this sustainable long term? And essentially he's saying, not really. We can't just keep constantly inflating the token. It will eventually catch up to us. So now we have to shift to a new model. We got to stop inflating the token, sending out rebases. You can see they're working hard already on eliminating inflation. They've completely taken the bonding down from the website. You can't even bond anymore. So the only way the token inflates now is through rebases. And in my opinion, that will likely be coming to an end soon based on what Danielle said here. So what replaces that? How are we going to make money? And basically what he's saying is the idea is they've got this treasury now with $1 billion. Or whatever it is now, they've been buying some time back to stabilize the price. So maybe it's less now. But now the new idea is they'll take that treasury, they'll invest in new startups as like a crypto VC, and then everyone who holds W memo will get tokens or NFTs or whatever airdrop to them from those new startups. So now we're essentially betting on Danielle, Sifu, and the team to start up good companies. The first one was BetSwap.gg. We all, whether you wrapped your memo or not, have an airdrop coming for that. If you did wrap your memo, you have an extra airdrop coming from that. You're going to get a little extra if you wrap it now. It's not too late. Go do that. Um, and you can see there's an article here. We've got their next project that they're investing in. It is a NFT card game, and they've invested, I want to say $400,000 into this startup, and we will likely all get some kind of airdrop from this company. And if this company blows up big, then that airdrop is going to be worth a lot. If it doesn't, then maybe useless. And basically, that's kind of the idea now. Is they have all this money in the treasury. They're like a VC firm. We own a stake in their VC firm with our W memo. If they make good investments, we get airdrops on these new companies. We make money. There's also going to be some yield farming, that kind of stuff. That's pretty standard in the DeFi space now. We'll get details on that later. But in my mind, he's basically laid it all out here that the rebases are coming to an end in time. We don't know when that's going to be, but he's basically said it's time for a new model. It's time to move away from the old model. That's literally what he said. It's time to move away from the old model, and the old model is rebases. I think that's where we're headed. So are rebases going to come to an end? Probably, and I think I meant to touch on this earlier. I mentioned the reason why he pushed us to W wrapped memo was the better price action on the chart. It looks better when we make money. The price actually goes up. But I think another reason was so it'll be less painful for people when the rebases stop. Because even though we're still getting rebases in our wrapped memo, it's not as obvious to us, right? Our wrapped memo amount stays constant. We don't really see the rebases coming in. So when they eventually decide it's time to stop doing the rebases, it's not going to be as obvious to us. It's not going to be as big of a slap in the face to us as if we're all still sitting here obsessing over our memo amount, watching it go up a little bit every day and compounding on top of each other and everything. So is this all a good idea? Your guess is as good as mine. I don't know. The old model we've seen, it's just really not sustainable. So the good projects pivot and find something that is. Is this a good pivot? I hope so. Like I said, I'm still invested. I'm still somewhat bullish on it. But you saw all these posts on Reddit and in forums and stuff that said, hey, even if the price of time goes down to $100 and you hold for a year, you hodl for a year, time in hands, you'll still have made money because you'll have accrued so much memo. And that's just hodl diamond hands, you're going to accrue all this memo, I don't think is realistic anymore. It's going to turn off, in my opinion. So that's out the window. So now you've really got to believe that they can nail this as a crypto VC company that you basically have a stake in. Literally. So that's kind of where we're at. I'm sticking with it. I have not sold any of my memo or W memo. I've added a little more on the dip. They right now are selling or burning time. They're buying out of the treasury to stabilize the price. So that's held it for now. And I'm going to have fun with this and see what happens. That's not financial advice. You do your own research. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell next to the subscribe button. Otherwise, you won't see when I make new videos. I don't even know why they make those two separate things. You really need to hit that bell if you like my content and you want to hear more, because I am going to be making another video here shortly on how this affects the other Ohm fork projects like Hector DAO and Rome DAO and all these other ones that have popped up, and if this means it's time to get out of those or not. So definitely subscribe so you get that video, and I'll see you next time.